Hello, players. My name is Sam Bailey. Welcome back to another West Ham transfer update on the channel. Friday, I came to some pretty bad news regarding Mohamed Salah's exit to Tottenham, in which I said that the only way this is going to get somewhat forgotten about and to move past it is if we start to make some moves quickly in the transfer window. And looks like we have done that. Just 2 days later, a deal has been agreed for Slavia Prague and Senegalese left back El Hadj Malik Diouf. We know this player has been Graham Potter and Colin McCauley's first choice target for that left wing back position, as it looks like Emerson is probably going to move on this summer, and it looks like we've got our man. 22 million euros, 19 million pounds is the reported price. For Britain Romano, as said, here we go. It's been confirmed by X, and X has actually also said that we're looking to move on quickly now, so we're not just hanging about after securing this deal. We're looking to move on quickly toward the targets. I'll get into them in a bit. I feel like I haven't talked about Malik Diouf too much on the channel, considering how strongly we've been into him. There was stalemate in negotiation for a while. Slavia Prague had told them to stop training with their first team in pre-season because they were anticipating this move. But negotiations sort of stalled a little bit for a while. But once we got the done, it was clear that we were ready to spend and not just talk to players. We were ready to actually put proper bids in. Yesterday we approached the club Brugge midfielder. Where's he from? Can't remember, but Ardon Jashari. We approached him and said, "Listen, mate, now we're ready to put in a bid for you. Are you interested?" He said no, but it was a positive intent that we were ready to put 4 more bids in for players, and we're ready to get moving in the transfer window. So yeah, €22 million bid has been accepted. The Slavia Prague manager and chairman have in the last week or so, basically admitted that they were going to be selling the player to us. But they were becoming really frustrated by the lack of speed with us. We were dividing too much, waiting for it to be getting sold, to get sold. And the deal was looking out. I was getting really frustrated seeing it stalling. Their president said openly what price he wanted. £20 million is what he wanted. We gave him £19 million. But we weren't paying it. We seemed very reluctant to even go back in for more talks. But now today, Sunday, a couple of days after this has been sold, we have gone in and the bid's been accepted, and the player is going to come over to London for his medical next week and then join up with the squad in Germany as they go on the pre-season tour. And we'll have a friendly actually next Saturday against Grasshoppers from Zurich in Switzerland. So we might even see him in that. It'll be a good chance now to get him in for I'd say the majority of this week. And we might even see him next Saturday afternoon in their first pre-season friendly. With him as a player, I did talk about that in the last video. I haven't seen much of him. I've never seen him. I've never done it to watch a game, just to watch him. I have seen him play live. He played for Senegal in the Aviva against Ireland last month. But we weren't into him before then, so I didn't look out for him too much. The way we actually discovered him is when the West Ham scouts went to the City ground to watch England against Senegal in June. The scout Habib Diarra, who's also from Senegal, who has since gone to Sunderland. They went to scout him, but they got this guy, man, Diouf, caught their eye. He's very young, he's in his 20s. He's also presuming that Emerson does move on. It'll be him and Ollie Strauss, about 20s, about 19 and 20s, fighting there for that left-hand side of the defence. So, pretty good. We've spoken so much times as West Ham fans about how important it is to get the age profile of the squad in, and this is some way to doing that. As I said, he's Graham Potter's primary target. He wanted him as a left back. So I think it was really important. We just everyone and got this thrown out too much fuss about it. Just don't get it done, get him in, get him meeting up with the squad, move on. And that's what it looks like we're going to do. No fuss, just get him in, get it done, move on to other targets. Well, this was one of the easiest deals because he's on this summer. They told us what they wanted. We've given them in around that, and it's done. It's very quick, good tackle, a brilliant crossing, really good crossing. That's one thing I noticed from watching his highlight reels. Fantastic left foot on him. So maybe it isn't set up for Cook this time or another striker that we might sign for a header. And you look at both sides. If we are going to play that 5-3-2, which I hope we don't, I think 3-4-3 is a much better structure system, much better balance between attack and defence. But if we are going to go for a 5-3-2, then both wing backs now were just what we want. They're in the mode what we need in this West Ham team. Youth, pace and aggression. And that's what we have in Diouf and obviously Hammer of the year last season, Wan-Bissaka. So really happy that we've got it done. Really relieved actually, that's my overriding feeling when I saw the news earlier today. Relief. So important just get a deal done to ease all our nerves. And so we can have a bit of faith in the system, whatever way we're doing transfers this summer. But we have a bit of faith that we can actually get deals over the line, which is what we've done here. And it's something a little bit, the first time this summer, from a West Ham point of view, I've actually, do you know what, I'm a bit looking forward to watching us play now next Saturday against Grasshoppers. Just having a look at a new player, someone that we don't know that much about in Diouf, having a look at him, seeing what it's got, seeing how it's trying to fit into, seeing all the media videos, hearing him talk for the first time. It's just all that excitement you get when you sign him, you know. You can't beat it. And who knows, you might even have another signing over the line before that game next Saturday. That's Zurich. As I just said there, that we are now looking at moving on to central midfield. That's where I think all the positions that we need to fill this summer, the goalkeeper, obviously left back, maybe centre back if Mavropanos, or a creative striker, a winger, or to replace this. But of all positions, I think we need strength the most in the summer, is definitely the midfield. And midfield last year was one of the worst in the whole league, slow as anything. Just couldn't keep up with the pace of the Premier League. So that's something that the club have noticed and are hopefully going to try to address. And that does look like what we're going to move on to next, because I feel like with the striker and goalkeeper position, we do need to get one in, but I feel like it can possibly wait until the back end of the window. I feel that we cannot be going into that first game, and even possibly the American tour of the Premier League Summer Series in a couple of weeks. We're playing Premier League opposition in Everton, Bournemouth, and Manchester United. I think even for that, you want that midfield sorted out. But yeah, we cannot go into that first game of the season at the Stadium of Light without sorting out that midfield. That has to be done quick. Striker, if you have to play full court only for the first couple of games, that's fine. And if Ariola has to start the season as number one, that's not the end of the world, but the midfield has to be sorted out. And Tyler Morton looks to be one of the main targets in that position. Liverpool midfielder. It was on loan at Blackburn. I haven't done notes for this. I don't usually do notes. I don't usually use much of a script. It was on loan at Hull. I think it was Blackburn. Pretty sure it was Blackburn. In the last couple of seasons, made a handful of appearances in the cup for Liverpool, but they've got a wealth of options in central midfield, and he is a player that's seen to be expendable. He wants to move. He wouldn't be my top target. I don't think he has that raw pace and athleticism that we really need. He's young, very talented, technically really good footballer. I'm just not sure if he's filled out enough in his growth to play that role that we so desperately need. But obviously, if he comes in with that behind him, really talented player. You saw that cross he put in for Jonathan Rowe and the under-21's Euros final, right on the sixpence. So very talented technically, and also another player from Liverpool that we're looking at, and according to X, is Harvey Elliott, another star of the imminent under-21 Euros triumph. Bit ambitious, but if you're hearing it from X there, then that means it's pretty incredible. I don't see that happening. And it wouldn't even be my top choice either. I've seen some people bashing absolute lyrical about him. He is a very good player. Very, very good player. I don't know if he'd be my top choice though, in that number 10 sort of position. I still think I prefer James Matthews. Just got a bit more guile, pace, and dynamism. Harvey Elliott is again, like Tyler Morton, wonderfully technical, really good footballer, beautiful first touch. I just think Matthews has got that more, let's say, that you have your seat. He's a bit more dynamic, a bit more quick, a bit quicker. I think there's a bit more about need in the field. That's just my opinion. Anyway, and also yesterday, according to the Data Data Sport, we were also really pushing hard to get Indulgence to Reels from Juventus. Obviously, formerly of Aston Villa. He went to Juventus as Villa had to sell to comply with PSR. Hasn't had the best times at Juventus, struggled to get into the team, but there's no doubt he's a very good player, proven in the Premier League, scored goals in the Premier League. I wonder, that would be the real Matthew signing. I don't believe it, by the way, but if you did get him, just hypothetically, I wonder if he would be getting him at sort of the wrong time of his career. At Villa, he was at his pump, but Juventus has gone over there, not really hit the heights, hasn't really got fit either. I wonder if that might not be as good a signing as it sounds, just personally. That's it, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Brilliant news on Diouf. Really pleased to get it done. Really relieved, and looking forward to seeing him in a carrot and blue shirt once that medical hopefully gets completed, and he'll compete with all these stars on the left next season. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the sun and the warmth, and we'll see you soon. Bye lads, bye.